Our trucks. I'll make sure to get them back when I'm out of here. I wish the thing controller would order new coaches for a change. They are real coaches, even if they are not the same. The handle was jumped. Who's there? He panted. And looked around. He saw a big red tender engine pushing a single coach. This engine doesn't have a number on its tender, only a letter, LNWR. Hello there, little one. What are you doing this evening? Sir Handel had the response. It's those cattle trucks. There made me an accident earlier at the station, and now I'm here. I'll make sure to pay them back when I get out. Coaches, you mean? said the red engine. Sir Handel didn't have a response. Yes, but there may be an accident at the station earlier. Coaches need to be treated, my dear engine. You're just a silly little engine. No matter. Doesn't care for coaches. As for this coach belongs to me. I was the first engine who pulled it. Huh? What do you mean by that? The red engine looked up and smiled. Should I tell you a story, my little engine? Little engine? What kind of story? Said Sir Handel. A story about a big red engine back in the NWR. And the red engine began. Back in the Northwestern Railways, the number 2 engine named Edward was a friendly engine. Another engine called Patrick, who's in the Northwestern Railway at the time, was a cheerful engine. He and Edward were the light engine, or the lights. He was from the Furnace Railway, and Edward was in the Furnace too. He was the strongest engine of his brother. Edward was an old engine back in the LNER, or should I say, the FR liveries. His trains were getting harder for Edward. Edward was an old engine, can handle old coaches, and not rough with them like 87546. Well, that story is coming soon. Anyways, get back to the topic. Edward is a friendly engine. He runs the railway. He runs the branch line route. It's called the Brentham branch. The fact director is still thinking of a new engines the need at the Northwestern Railway. Edward was running late from Thomas' branch line. Sorry about that. I just got held up at the junction. Junction? Ha! My dear engine, I think the fact director would order some new engines for a change. And a new engine came. This engine named Afton. Afton is one of the newest engines bought by the factory director. The engines were happy to meet him. So did Edward and Alfred. Well, very nice to meet you all. I'm Afton, and you must be Patrick, Edward, and Alfred, right? That is correct, my friend. Oh, I have to go now. Okay? Welcome to Sodor, Afton. Hope you enjoyed this stay here. I will do indeed. Afton was asked to collect a goods train. He was complaining rudely to the engines. I spend all my time taking goods trains while you all pulled passengers. Stop crying, said 9462. And with that, 98462 left with his goods, not with his passengers. Ridiculous. Almost ridiculous. Afton was pulling his trucks away with him. Circus vans were taking 98462 never suspected about Afton. Afton never suspected about 98462. He already knew what 98462 rudeness. But him and 98462 are the same engines. Rude and cocky. And this time 98462 ran into a stupid line. Director added a timetable for the Midnight Express. Thomas was shunting the coaches, while the big engine was waiting for their own. The coaches were new and tidy than the old ones. What the heck? When Thomas is finished shunting the train, he will blow a pig whistle. It means it's ready. If the guard blows his whistle, it means the engine has to leave. The Thunder engine was a busy engine. This is an Afton. The engines, the Thunder engines are proud of these coaches. The submarine ones were the important for the Express. The engines felt that they're working really useful all night long. The first engine was the first red engine, called I named him Lonan. Lonan was a big Thunder engine. He's not rude like Gordon and Henry and James. He's friendly, waiting for other engines. Thomas and Edward teach him everything that he has to know. The big red engine was going to Baron Furness and back to the station. Thomas was in the station waiting for Afton to come for his passenger train. Ha! Finally, it's my turn to take the Midnight Express. You all useless engine junk are not supposed to be here. The engines all ignored him and decided to look at him angrily. Finally, new coaches to pull, said Afton to himself. Reading for ride. Stupid Thomas. He thinks that Gordon was an excellent pull. The fact director decided to allow me the next engine to pull it. Afton was puffing into the station. Thomas was waiting for him. He was about to go to rest at the shunting yards. As I can say so myself, said Afton. New coaches, no more. He wasn't paying attention. Thomas was suspecting about that coach at the behind. Before that, Afton left. Yes, a train at last. Afton didn't know what he was pulling. He was pulling a 6-mirror coaches and 1 bogie coach. That wasn't the same as the others. It was an axle coach, like the old ones that he could rush at the front when the engines heard his whistle. They already knew who's that engine. Afton was puffing around with his coach behind him. Afton was puffing with a passenger train alongside with a single axle coach. The engines all tried to warn him, but he took no notice. He was far away into the distance. I hope he's gone. Aye, said 9462. I wish if he entered the tunnel he would disappear. That's right. There is too, said Ashley. Neither does the engine know. Does the engines know that they were right about Afton? Afton was still steering down the line. The bogie coaches and the single axle coach was groaning and owning. The big tunnel engine didn't pay attention to his passengers. He just kept passing. Then the engine went into the side. The passengers were supposed to stop a barrel, but the points wasn't set properly. Don't worry, passengers. We will get the barrel. Gordon had not been delayed, but Afton was so paying attention to himself that he didn't notice about the danger ahead. The danger. Afton's driver remembered about the danger at the tunnel that they were going to pass, but Afton didn't care. He was just puffing so loud that the driver and fireman was still worried about their engine disappearing. The driver and fireman were scared of the tunnel that they were going about to enter. Don't worry, don't worry. The engine Afton wasn't paying attention. And something snapped. The engine had went into the wrong line. Afton was still tapping around, and he came across the viaduct and returned to the island of Sodor. The passengers were shocked. The tracks wasn't mended properly, so Afton can fall. Afton tried to stop. The engine was the driver and fireman and their engine didn't survive. Thomas was alarmed. He was taking the workmen home when they heard there must be an emergency. Let's go, said Thomas. Thomas, sorry about that, guys, if you see the reverse coach. Thomas went on his way to see what happened after. The engine. Thomas was still pushing his driver to crash. The next driver didn't know anything. The passengers who jumped off the train but Afton and the coaches weren't. But the bogie coaches were okay. They weren't damaged. I'm sorry for Afton. He did not make it. Please, we need to hurry. Let's see if the crash wasn't too bad. When they saw the fire, they thought Afton was the one who caused it, but turns out that the fire had came from the coaches. They weren't damaged, but they were fired. When Thomas saw Afton laying on his side, dead. Darn! But Afton didn't make it. Thomas reversed. What he saw was horrifying. Afton and the other coaches did not, but the passengers were still safe. As for Afton, he did not make it. Driver, we need to get all the engines. Sure. But they say on this night, 1924, Afton has returned to haunt Sodor. So that, my friend, is the end of the story. They say on Halloween night, the ghost engine named Afton, they saw a single coach and the letters NLNWR on its tender. So, did you know about learning coaches? The handler was shocked after he heard the story. Preposterous, said the handle. Ghosts don't exist, and coaches certainly can't do that either. Are you calling me a liar? Said the engine. No, it doesn't make sense. How can an engine derail because of a single rusted old cattle truck on the front of his tender? And derailed and died? What's wrong with him? Deny it all you want, little engine. But heed my warning. As a single coach can offer reduction and can offer death and protection. Whatever, red engine. By the way, it's getting late and I have a name, you know. You imperial little boo. But oh, and what is that then? Afton. Soon the coach groaned. I've rested long enough. Niranjan, you need to be careful around coaches. You don't know what will they do. Such as what happened to that red engine that I told you. Oh, okay, Afton. With that, the big red engine stormed out. Goodbye, Afton. So Hundo grumbly went into the station, and he saw Gordon. What's wrong, my dear engine? Why do you look so glum? It's just Richard coaches. They derailed me the day before, and last night some stupid red engine taught me how to take care of it. We only have one red engine. We don't have another. Yes, you do. Afton. Afton? No, that is the name I haven't heard in years. Why is that? He worked on our line a few moments, and last night he was just crashed. I think he must have been sent away after it crashes coaches. Good riddance. The guard's whistle blew and Gordon stormed out. So Hunter was thinking about what Gordon had said, and he remembered the story. Then a sudden chill came to his rolling wheels. It was impossible to see an engine that hadn't been installed or it hadn't been in there. Hunter was shocked after what he saw last night. He stormed out into the noisy train. The word turtle tricks was never heard from him again. Nonetheless, Sir Hunter know how to handle coaches. But an engine puffing with a single coach behind. With a last whistle, the engine was gone. The engine named Afton has an LMWR on its temple and now hunting safe.